Chapter 4: Ethics and Safety Measures in Computing. The internet has made many things easier by providing many opportunities, but it has also led to many unethical practices. In this chapter, we will learn about various unethical practices and their preventive measures. Internet. The internet is the network of millions of computers joined together from across the world. This network can be used to share data and information with each other. Internet is also known as a network of networks. The information on the internet is present in the form of websites which have web pages. We have learnt about the concept of websites and web pages in previous classes. We can locate any website with the help of Uniform Resource Locator (URL). Every website has its own unique address, which makes it easier to locate the website. Advantages. Internet has several advantages. Internet enhances the teaching-learning process by providing numerous educational resources such as images, videos, audios, text, etc. We can easily communicate through the internet by using email, chat and video conferencing. It is an affordable mode of communication. Businesses have experienced growth as well as new businesses have emerged due to the internet. It enables individuals to sell their goods and services online, which adds to the ease of access. Along with being informative, internet also proves to be a good source of entertainment. We can surf the internet, play some games, listen to songs and watch videos online for entertainment without any additional cost in most cases. Disadvantages. The internet has the following disadvantages. Internet makes the computers prone to virus attacks and malware, which hampers the functioning of the computer system, thereby hindering access to various internet resources. Despite being a useful resource, the internet is also one of the biggest sources of distraction for young and adults alike. Spamming is a common internet activity that affects mostly everyone. In the name advertising, most emails become a part of massive mailing lists. The mailing lists are of use to send numerous unnecessary emails every day that take up a lot of storage space. Hackers can attack any system at any time and steal all personal information of the user. This information is then used unethically, which causes a lot of harm and financial, personal loss. Ethics in computing. Computing ethics are the principles that administer the process of computing or the usage of computers in daily life. The 10 commandments of ethical computing are: 1 shall not use a computer to harm other people. 1 shall not interfere with other people's computer work. 1 shall not sneak around in other people's computer files. 1 shall not use a computer to steal. 1 shall not use a computer to bear false witness. 1 shall not copy or use proprietary software you have not purchased. 1 shall not use other people's computer resources without authorization or proper compensation. 1 shall not appropriate other people's intellectual output. 1 shall think about the social consequences of the program you are writing or the system you are designing. 1 shall always use a computer in ways that ensure consideration and respect for your fellow people. Unethical practices in computing. Some of the common unethical computing practices are: plagiarism. Plagiarism refers to stealing or copying someone else's intellectual work, that is, an idea, any text material, etc. What can you do to prevent plagiarism? You can do the following to prevent plagiarism. Never copy and paste anything directly from the internet. Always research a topic from various sources and explain it in your own words. If you are using any information from a source, mention it clearly. You can use a plagiarism checker, which is a freely available tool on various websites to make sure your content is original. Cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is when a person harasses, targets, abuses or intimidates another person through the means of internet and electronic devices. What can you do to prevent cyberbullying? You can do the following to prevent cyberbullying. Never share your personal information with anyone. Never respond to emails from unknown senders. Always keep a strong password and never share the password with anyone. Never communicate with a stranger on social media sites. Always inform an elder in case you or someone else experiences cyberbullying. Hacking. Hacking is when a person takes unauthorized control and access to someone else's network, computer system or other devices. Hackers steal important data and use it in unethical ways which causes a lot of personal loss and damage. What can you do to prevent hacking? You can do the following to prevent hacking. Never share your password with anyone. Change it regularly. Use antivirus and firewall to protect your devices and network from hacking. Always use password-protected Wi-Fi. Only use trusted websites to search for information. Never store your debit card or credit card information on a website. Phishing. Phishing is a kind of hacking in which an email is sent to a user to mislead him that it is from a trusted user organization. Misled by the email, the user enters personal details such as name, address, password, credit card details, etc. The personal details are used by the hacker to commit crimes and it leads to financial losses as well. What can you do to prevent phishing? You can do the following to prevent phishing. Never read emails from unknown senders. Never click on any suspicious attachments on an email. Do not enter your personal information on suspicious or unknown websites. Keep your system updated because it ensures a more secure environment. Regularly check your bank accounts to ensure that no unauthorized transaction has been made in your name. Spamming. Spamming is a common internet activity that affects mostly everyone. It refers to the bulk emails from unknown sources. In the name of advertising, most emails become a part of massive mailing lists. The mailing lists are used to send numerous unnecessary emails every day that take up a lot of storage space. What can you do to prevent spamming? You can do the following to prevent spamming. Use software that filters blocks spam messages. Block the sender if you find any spam email. Keep the system software updated at all times. Unsubscribe from unnecessary newsletters and mailing lists. Delete all suspicious emails. Individual right to privacy. Privacy is the claim of individuals, groups, or institutions to determine for themselves when, how, and to what extent information about them is communicated to others. The usage of internet makes our privacy rights and personal data vulnerable. Our sensitive information can be majorly affected. How can you protect your privacy? You can protect your privacy in the following ways. Never share your personal information on social networking sites. Never store your passwords and pins on your computer or in an application meant for notes. Make sure that your computer system and all other devices are password protected. Never leave your devices unattended without locking them first. Never click on a link sent by a stranger. Software piracy. The usage and distribution of copyrighted computer software against copyright laws and license restrictions is called software piracy. How can you prevent software piracy? You can prevent software piracy in the following ways. Always purchase a licensed copy of the software. Never make copies of the original software to distribute. Purchase genuine software CDs only from a reputed seller. While downloading a software, make sure that you visit the genuine website of the manufacturer. Intellectual property rights. Intellectual property rights, IPR, provides certain exclusive rights to the inventors or creators of that property in order to enable them to gain commercial benefits from their creative efforts or reputation. How can we protect our intellectual rights? Patent ensures the protection of new inventions, creations, scientific research, etc. Trademark ensures the protection of logos, brands, slogans, etc. Copyright ensures the protection of the original work of the author, such as art, poems, stories, novels, plays, music compositions, etc. Internet safety measures for minors. The internet is a useful resource, but it poses many threats and distractions, which is why we need to be more careful when we provide internet access to a minor. In India, all states and union territories refer to a minor as a person who is below the legal age of 18 years. The age can differ from country to country. We must follow the following safety measures for minors. We must always supervise the child who is using the internet. To ensure more safety, we can turn on parental control, which blocks inappropriate websites and similar content. We must educate them and help them in maintaining a strong password for their email or other accounts. A password is considered strong when it is made with a combination of uppercase and lowercase letters, special symbols and numbers. All minors should be made aware that a password is not meant to be shared even with friends. We must remind them to change their password regularly. It is suggested to change the password every 3 months. They can also be advised to use a firewall. A firewall is a network security device that acts as a barrier between internal and public networks. It monitors all the incoming and outgoing network traffic in order to prevent unauthorized access to a computer network. Digital footprint. The information about a particular person that exists on the internet as a result of their online activity is referred to as the digital footprint. A digital footprint is also known as a digital dossier. Implications of digital footprint. A digital footprint can affect us positively or negatively based on our activity. People will form a positive opinion about us if our digital print does not have anything negative, such as abusive comments, inappropriate pictures, etc. We can be affected negatively if our digital footprint consists of ignorant comments, online arguments, inappropriate pictures, and other such irresponsible behavior. Let us recall. Computing ethics are the principles that administer the process of computing or the usage of computers in daily life. Plagiarism refers to stealing or copying someone else's intellectual work, that is, an idea, any text material, etc. Cyberbullying is when a person harasses, targets, abuses, or intimidates another person through the means of internet and electronic devices. Hacking is when a person takes unauthorized control and access to someone else's network, computer system, or other devices. Phishing is a kind of hacking in which an email is sent to a user to mislead him that it is from a trusted user organization. Spamming is a common internet activity that affects mostly everyone. It refers to bulk emails from unknown sources. In the name of advertising, most emails become a part of massive mailing lists. Privacy is the claim of individuals, groups, or institutions to determine for themselves when, how, and to what extent information about them is communicated to others. The usage and distribution of copyrighted computer software against copyright laws and license restrictions is called software piracy. Intellectual property rights, IPR, provide certain exclusive rights to the inventors or creators of that property, in order to enable them to reap commercial benefits from their creative efforts or reputation. The information about a particular person that exists on the internet as a result of their online activity is referred to as the digital footprint. A digital footprint is also known as a digital dossier.